Leil's Kaddish Chag. The beginning of Magid, we're going to talk about rabbis. We're going to speak about Maisim. The tzaddikim say when the Pesach Seder begins, you have to have in mind that you're able to bring down great neshamas, great ancestors that came before us, coming to join you by the Seder. So have in mind, you're connecting yourself through the Seder to the Seder of the Baal Shem Tov, to the Seder of the Vilna Gaon, to the Seder of Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Akiva, connecting to yourself to very holy people. As the Seder begins, know that this is something in the Hemsheichius of Klal Yisrael, that we come from somewhere and we're going somewhere. Klal Yisrael is on a journey, and that's happening on Seder night. We begin after Kadesh Urchatz, Yachatz. Karpas Yachatz. I'd sing the song, I would know how to say it better. You'll come to my house for the Seder, we'll do a lot of singing. Yachatz is very interesting that we break the matzah. We'll talk about Yachatz for 1 minute. Yachatz, we're going to break the matzah. How many pieces do we break it into? Not usually a lot, but you know what I'm saying? Like 2. The big piece and the small piece. Where do we put the big piece? We put it for the afikoymen. Where do we put the small piece? Put it back in between the top matzah and the bottom matzah. And it says in Kabbalah that you have in mind letters. The big piece of matzah is a vav, and the small piece of matzah is a dalid. Even though the Mefarshim say, don't be mamish, try to make the letters. It could be a shad of koisev. But you have in mind conceptually that you're making letters. Why do we put the big piece of matzah for afikoymen and the little piece back into the Seder Ka'ara? So I want to give you a pshat al pi panimius. Is that the small piece of matzah is the lechem oini. That's going in. And that's the lechem that we're going to talk a lot about. Oinim alav dvar harbe. And that's a piece of matzah that we see. We keep the matzah revealed. We speak about the matzah. But it's small. Then there's a big piece of matzah. And the Sfarim say the big piece of matzah is your neshama. The small piece of matzah is your body in this world. And therefore you see that matzah and it's broken. The big part of you, which is your neshama, is the part that you're hiding away. The big part of you, which is the true part of you, is your neshama. That part is in the afikoymen. That part is hidden. And that part later in the night, and the end of the evening is the time of Mashiach. That time, we're going to once again reveal the neshama. You're going to find the neshama. And isn't it fascinating that it's the kids the whole night that are looking for the afikoymen, which means in a certain way there's a certain child pureness inside of us that's trying to find the afikoymen, that's trying to find our neshamas on Leila Seder, and that's the big matzah. That's the real you. And the rest of the year we've been identified as the broken small piece, but on Leila Seder we're looking for the big piece. That's one of the kavanas of Yachatz to have in mind. We should be zoicha mamish to a chag kosher v'sameach. Amen.